The Galar region introduced one of the most unique batches of regional forms and evolutions we've ever seen. Rather than just tweaking designs, Galarian Pokemon often came with completely new typings, roles, and even battle identities. From brand new evolutions tied to lore and region-specific behavior, to legendary birds reimagined with entirely different stat spreads and playstyles. Galar gave us bold ideas, but not all of them hit the mark competitively. Some fell just short of greatness, others never had the tools to keep up. What's going on, my fellows? It's your boy DyeItTight. If you enjoy these kinds of breakdowns, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, consider joining to support the channel, and hop into the Discord to be part of the community. Now, let's buff some Galarian forms. In this video, we're giving upgrades to both the Galarian variants and their new evolutions. While the regional form might technically be something like Galarian Farfetch'd, we'll be focusing on Sirfetch'd instead. Same goes for Cursola over Cursola, Runerigus over Yamask, and so on. Some of these Pokemon are just a few smart changes away from being serious threats, so let's give them the tools they need to shine. Galarian Rapidash gets a serious glow up with these stat boosts, making it far more threatening and more versatile on the battlefield. Its HP jumps from 65 to 75, giving it a bit more staying power, while both defenses get a plus 10 bump, allowing it to take hits better and set up more reliably. Offensively, its attack rises from 100 to 110, and special attack from 80 to 100, making it a legitimate mixed threat. Whether you're running Swords Dance to sweep on the physical side or Calm Mind to pressure specially, Rapidash now has the firepower to break through teams. And with speed at 110 now, it can outspeed key threats. Combined with Dazzling to block priority, this version of Galarian Rapidash is finally as strong as it looks. Galarian Slowbro leans even harder into its role as a bulky, flexible attacker with these buffs. With attack and special attack both raised to 110, it becomes a true mixed threat capable of punishing switch-ins with strong coverage on either side. The plus 5 defense and plus 5 special defense help patch up its weaker special bulk, making it far more reliable as a pivot and setup user. While Regenerator was already one of its best tools, it adds bulk up to give it a brand new way to snowball physically, turning it into a surprise late game win con that can also tank hits. Whether you're building it bulky or offensive, these changes let Galarian Slowbro fully embrace its role as a sturdy, unpredictable threat. Galarian Weezing takes on a much more defined and dangerous role with these buffs, shifting from a niche utility pick to a legitimate tank and setup threat. The special attack boost to 100 gives it a real offensive presence with stabs like Sludge Bomb and Strange Steam, while the plus 20 to special defense shores up its weaker side, letting it check a wider variety of threats. What really changes the game, though, is the addition of Calm Mind and Recover, two moves that transform Weezing into a terrifying special win con. With its natural physical bulk still sitting at 120 defense, and now solid special bulk, it becomes extremely difficult to break once it starts boosting. Combine that with 3 excellent abilities, Levitate for ground immunity, Neutralizing Gas to shut down passive abilities, or Misty Surge for terrain control, and you've got a Pokemon that can adapt to almost any team and take over games in the right matchup. Galarian Articuno takes a major step forward as a fast, special setup sweeper with these buffs. Its speed rising from 95 to 110 pushes it into a much stronger tier, allowing it to outspeed key threats. The special attack boost to 135 lets it hit significantly harder right out the gate, and with access to Nasty Plot, it can quickly snowball into a terrifying late game cleaner. The addition of Mystical Fire gives it the fire type coverage it was sorely lacking, helping it break through steals that otherwise wall its stabs. A plus 10 to defense gives it a bit more physical resilience, so it doesn't immediately fold to priority or physical pivots. And of course, competitive remains a deadly ability, punishing defog and stat drops by giving a free plus 2 special attack boost. With these changes, Galarian Articuno becomes a much more consistent and threatening presence in both offensive and balanced builds. Galarian Zapdos becomes a much more threatening and reliable offensive presence with these buffs. The attack boost to 135 turns it into a truly punishing physical attacker, capable of breaking through even the bulkier targets with moves like Thunderous Kick and Brave Bird. A speed increase to 115 lets it outspeed key offensive threats like Garchomp, Iron Moth, and base 110s, giving it the jump on a lot of common revenge killers and setup sweepers. Small boosts to both defense and special defense help patch up its mid-tier bulk, giving it more opportunities to switch in and threaten. The addition of Roost is a huge upgrade, finally allowing it to recover from recoil and chip damage and stay healthy over longer games. With Iron Head added to its move pool, it gains valuable coverage for fairy types that resist its stabs. Combine all of that with Defiant, and Galarian Zapdos becomes a high-pressure, momentum-swinging threat that demands respect. Galarian Moltres becomes a far more reliable and dangerous special win con with these upgrades. The special attack boost to 115 lets it hit noticeably harder from the start, making moves like Fiery Wrath and Hurricane much more threatening, even before its Berserk ability kicks in. The speed increase to 100 helps it keep pace with more offensive threats and avoid being outsped by the mid-speed tier. The speed increase to 100 helps it keep pace with more offensive threats and avoid being outsped by mid-speed tier of the metagame. Defensively, the plus 10 to defense helps balance out its strong special defense, making it less vulnerable to physical priority and giving it more chances to survive chip. But the biggest upgrade might be the addition of Calm Mind and Roost, a devastating combo that allows Moltres to scale quickly with bulk and power while staying healthy over the course of a match. With these changes, Galarian Moltres transitions from a situational setup sweeper to a consistent and intimidating force on bulky offense and balanced teams. Galarian Slowking becomes a far sturdier and more well-rounded special tank with these subtle but meaningful buffs. Its defense jumps from 80 to 100, giving it a much better shot at checking physical attackers and pivoting in without taking huge damage. Both special attack and special defense rise to 115, enhancing its ability to dish out damage with moves like Sludge Bomb, Psychic, and Future Sight, while also improving its already strong special bulk. With Regenerator still in its ability pool, Slowking continues to excel as a long-term pivot that can soak up hits and heal off the damage without relying on recovery moves. These upgrades don't change its identity, they refine it. Galarian Slowking now performs more consistently in high-pressure games, and its increased bulk lets it stay in longer, scout better, and punish switches more effectively without losing momentum. Galarian Darmanitan was already a menace with guerrilla tactics, and these buffs push it even further into hyper-offensive territory. Its attack rising to 150 makes it one of the hardest hitting Pokemon in the game, especially when guerrilla tactics effectively acts as a built-in choice band. The speed boost to 105 is crucial, allowing it to outspeed threats, giving it more favorable matchups and making revenge killing it much harder. Minor bumps to both defense and special defense won't make it tanky, but they do give it just enough bulk to survive priority moves or weaker hits it couldn't previously live. While its move pool remains the same, Darmanitan doesn't need much else. These stat changes solidify it as one of the most explosive wall breakers in the game, and with the right support, it can rip through even the most prepared teams. Galarian Stunfisk gets a serious identity shift with these buffs, turning it into a dangerous trapper and passive tank. The replacement of Mimicry with Arena Trap immediately gives it a clear niche, trapping grounded opponents and punishing passive switch-ins that would otherwise shrug off its presence. The addition of Anchor Shot pairs perfectly with that role, letting it force Pokemon to stay in even if they would normally be immune to Arena Trap, giving it unique synergy and utility. Offensively, its attack rises to 101, letting it actually threaten what it traps, while buffs to defense of 104 and special defense to 94 give it great mixed bulk to soak up hits and stay on the field. It still won't outspeed much with its low base 32 speed, but that works in its favor. Slower pivots and status spreaders thrive under Trick Room or on balance teams. With these changes, Galarian Stunfisk goes from gimmicky and forgettable to a real defensive asset that forces tough decisions from your opponent. Obstagoon steps up its offensive game with these key stat boosts, finally letting it fulfill the aggressive, disruptive role it was always meant for. The attack increase to 103 makes its physical moves, especially Swords Dance boosted hits, much more threatening, while the speed jump to 107 lets it outspeed many common threats and revenge killers, giving it the edge in crucial moments. The modest boost to special defense helps it handle special hits better, increasing its overall survivability. With access to extreme speed, Obstagoon gains a powerful priority move that works perfectly with its offensive sets, allowing it to pick off weakened foes or finish off faster threats. Combined with its solid defensive base and strong ability lineup, including Reckless, Guts, and Defiant, Obstagoon is now a versatile, high-impact threat that can sweep, revenge kill, and pressure teams with ease. Perrserker gets a much-needed overhaul that elevates it from a niche physical attacker to a bulky utility threat. Its attack bump to 117 means its Steel-type moves and newly added Thunder Punch pack more punch, while the defense increases to 105 to help it take better hits on the physical side. The biggest game changer is this massive special defense boost from 60 to 85. which shores up one of Perrserker's biggest weaknesses and lets it stay on the field against special attackers much longer. The speed increase to 80 makes it notably faster, allowing it to outrun many common threats and reliably set up hazards like spikes. With Tough Claws and Steely Spirit in its move pool, Perrserker now has multiple ways to boost offensive output or support the team, making it far more well-rounded and threatening Steel-type option. Cursola transforms from a frail special attacker into a surprisingly bulky and dangerous threat with these buffs. The massive defense boost from 50 to 90 gives it much better chance against physical attackers, allowing it to set up more reliably and avoid being 2-hit KO'd by common hits. Its already high special attack of 145 and special defense of 130 make it a powerhouse capable of sweeping with moves like Nasty Plot and Dazzling Gleam, threatening many popular Pokemon in the meta. While it remains slow with base 30 speed, its new bulk and setup options let it function as a slow but deadly special wall breaker. Paired with its Perish Body ability, Cursola can punish physical attackers who try to hit it, turning it into a dangerous trapper and win con. Sirfetch'd gets a powerful upgrade with these changes, turning into a more versatile and threatening physical attacker. The addition of Steel typing helps neutralize its fighting type weaknesses to Fairy and Flying moves, improving its defensive matchups spread by turning a major weakness into neutral damage. Its attack boost to 145 makes signature moves like Meteor Mash, added here to give it strong, reliable Steel type coverage, and close combat hit even harder, allowing it to break through bulkier opponents. The speed jump to 95 is huge, letting Sirfetch'd outspeed many common threats and take advantage of momentum more effectively. Defensive improvements, including bumps to defense and special defense, help it survive longer in battle and better set up or pressure opponents. With abilities like Steadfast and Scrappy, Sirfetch'd is poised to be a reliable and hard-hitting threat that demands respect. Mr. Rime gets a solid boost across the board that makes it a more reliable and versatile special attacker. The defense increase to 90 helps it better withstand physical hits, while the slight bump in special defense to 105 improves its staying power against special attackers. Offensively, the special attack rise to 120 means its stab moves hit significantly harder, and the addition of Moonblast gives it strong Fairy type coverage that specifically handles troublesome Dark types. The speed increase to 90 is a big deal, letting Mr. Rime outspeed many threats it previously struggled with, making it a better late game cleaner or utility pivot. With abilities like Tangled Feet for evasion, Screen Cleaner to bypass hazards, and Ice Body for recovery, Mr. Rime becomes a flexible and surprisingly durable special threat. Runerigus gains significant improvements that make it a much more threatening and durable utility tank. Its attack boost to 110 enhances its offensive presence, letting it deal more consistent damage with physical moves like Earthquake and Poltergeist. Its attack boost to 110 enhances its offensive presence, letting it deal more consistent damage with physical moves like Earthquake and Poltergeist, two powerful stab options that cover a wide range of threats. Meanwhile, the special attack increase to 70 opens up more flexible options, such as special coverage moves, allowing it to surprise opponents expecting purely physical attacks. Defensively, its already impressive 145 defense is complemented by a special defense rise to 115, making it an incredibly tough wall on both sides. The addition of Recover is a game changer, giving Runerigus valuable longevity and the ability to outlast opponents in prolonged battles. Although its speed remains low at 30, this just cements its role as a bulky pivot or trick room setter that punishes slower paced teams. With Wandering Spirit as its signature ability, Runerigus can effectively cripple setup sweepers or pivot users, making it a strong strategic asset. And that's a wrap on buffing the Galarian regional forms and evolutions. Each of these Pokemon now has a stronger niche, better stats, and tools to make them real contenders in the competitive scene. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe for more content, and join the Discord to connect with other fans and sharpen your skills. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.